Well, I've finally done it. You've asked and I delivered. I've created this 5-minute routine for your ankle and foot mobility that just requires 2 blocks. So if you don't know me, I'm Ophelia. I've been an aerial coach for about 10 years and now I'm creating a lot of tutorials for you to improve your practice sustainably. So don't forget, while I've got you here, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share with your other aerial besties that need this routine. Let's get going. Let's start first with holding the blocks nice and high so we don't have to force too much on the stretch. And we're going to lift the heels up and spread our toes as much as we can. And we're going to place them back down and we're going to come up on the toes. And we're going to repeat this 5-6 times. Spread your fingers, your toes, the fingers. Can you imagine once I've called the big toe the foot thumb, which is kind of the foot thumb. It is the foot thumb. Good. So I've learned how to do a lot of this kind of routine because I have hypermobile and unstable ankle and I've had several sprains in my life. So I have ended up having to do a lot of rehab. Let's do one more. Okay, next exercise. We're gonna actually step with the foot on the block and the other block is gonna hold us up. So same here, we're just gonna do 5 push up and then stretch down the foot that is on the block, yeah? So you're gonna try and go on the ball of the foot on the edge of your block. Nice, we're gonna do one more here. And on the last one, you're going to stay up here and then we're going to hold the toes up. So you can always, on the other foot, you can always come back. And then you're going to try and actually activate here without touching the floor with the other leg, unless you really need to stabilize. So I'm pushing quite hard on my block with my hands here. One more. Whoa, lovely. And then we're going to switch sides. Bringing that block, starting easy, yeah? So placing it in line and I'm just simply going up and down on both sides, mobilizing again. And then we're going to stay up, point the other toes and lift that foot off and let's try and bring that heel down, press it back up, heel down, press it back up, heel down. Ooh, let's do one more, yeah? So you can feel the balance might be a little bit difficult here. Slowly take it back. Beautiful. And we're gonna go a little bit more into the nitty-gritty part of toe activation. So you can step on the block here to give yourself a bit more weight to support this. And what we're gonna do is actually press that big toe into the block. You're gonna try and lower the other toes into the ground. Nice. Yeah. And then we're gonna do a bit of push-pull. So you're actively gonna push that toes into the block for 10 seconds. And then you're gonna release for 10 seconds. Let's do another one. Press the toe. Oh, like you wanna push the block forward. And release. Nice. Ooh. And let's do the other one. Yes, I'm holding the block here with full body weight. And then I start placing my toes and push into the big toe. This is quite intense, so start easy and increase the intensity and push the big toe. And release. Push the big toe. And release. Do one more. And release. Take the time, yeah? If you want to take a bit more time here, this feels really delicious. For the next one, we are going to sit back on our heels. So you see I'm trying to make space to close that gap between my ankle and my shins and my foot. So you can use the blocks here to support that movement. Personally, I don't need it. And we're going to try and lift both knees off to try and extend this ankles a little bit more. Yeah, so we're going to try and work on that extension. Lovely. So you can hold here If you want to pause the video and hold here a little bit longer, you're absolutely welcome to do so. I quite like this. And then gently, we're going to come up this time, and you're going to try and make sure when you flex the toes, you're going to make sure that all the toes are actually on the floor. I want you to try and comfortably hold here for a little while. So again, feel free to pause the video here a little bit longer. And then you can use the blocks again. You can do 1 foot at a time, but you're going to come into this sort of toe squat. And then we're going to try and control 1 foot at a time, or both feet back down. So I can do it without, and then I can come back slowly down with that support. So the aim here, you can give yourself the goal to eventually get yourself back up and down. And what we can do to get in full ankle flexion here is bring ourselves into a full squat, and then let's control the way down, back. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so again, 1, 2, if you're not comfortable, and then go 1, 2. Lovely. Release. If you want to do another release back into the ankle after this, then you can do that as well. Fantastic. Last one. I'm going to come into a downward dog. So again, feel free to use the blocks if you need a bit more help. You can do pike. So the first bit here, again, we can come back to what we did at the beginning of the routine, where we come up and down, and then we're going to lift one leg. You can lift it as high as you can, like a split, and then we're going to bring it down and up and down and up and down and up, and then change side. Again, you see how I'm always thinking to spread my toes down the floor before I lift or do any movement. Yeah, so we're always working full mobility. Rest the heel, rest the heel. Good, coming down. Now this is going to feel a little bit more intense. I'm going to start with my left foot. I want to massage the top of my toes here. Good, again, feel free to pause the video here if you like this. Then we're going to try and come up on the other toes. So you see I'm coming on the other toes. The aim here is to extend both legs. So trying to straighten both legs. And eventually it's all about taking the weight off that foot. But don't break your toes. Just really gently teach your body to add weight on the foot bit by bit. Yeah, so gradually increase the intensity of this movement, because this is really intense on your toes, but this really helps with a beautiful ankle extensions here. Again, I'm going to press. I'm going to try and extend both legs first. This is already quite hard, yeah? Before I start lifting weight off, even just this, even just making sure we can straighten the leg fully can be a challenge. Very nice. Well, there you have it, team. I hope that you find this really helpful. Again, don't forget to share and don't forget to subscribe. And maybe if you like this one, just let me know in the comments, because if you like this one, I may be doing it part 2. I've got more exercises like this, but this time we can do with, for example, a band as well. So just let me know in the comment what you thought about this. If you've been practicing, especially if you're recovering and you're still rehabbing from an ankle injury, this can be really helpful for you, not just to get those lovely pointed toes. And I will see you in the next video.